Hey guys, Gamer of Gamers in the Zone, and welcome to another episode of Epic Battle Fantasy 3. In the last episode, we had gone for exploring the outside desert areas of these ruins, and now we're going to actually start getting to some of the puzzle solving here and start trying to explore the inside of these ruins. First things first though, we've got some enemies to get out of the way here if we want to get to the actual puzzle. Alright, and of course these things are resistant to those. I would like to take those things out quickly though, since they are very dangerous. So I think what I'll do is I'll start by having Lance cast some bomb spells on the Ancient Eyes. That was much stronger than I was expecting it to be. My goodness. Why don't we finish it off then by having Lance cast Shockwave? That should be enough to take it out. Then... wait, more of them? Okay, I'm gonna have Matt cast Nettle on the Thunderbird. And of course he misses. Of course. And then cast Thunderstorm on them all. Siphon? Come on. This game knows that I don't like it when the game siphons my stuff. Alright. Airstrike on the Gunslinger. No, let's go for the Ancient Eyes first. Oh yeah, there we go. I always like it when that happens. Because then it should be rather easy for me to finish these guys off. Let's just cast a Star Shower. I don't know if I've ever done this spell yet. Or at least in terms of showing it on camera. Nonetheless, it made this wave look easy. Now, in terms of the actual puzzle, usually want to turn some of the levers here, and I turned them all and nothing happened. A variety of paths open depending on the combination you give these levers. So yeah, think carefully about what upgrades you might be able to get your hands on by using this. For now, though, we've got ourselves, I think, a bit of a tough enemy here coming up. So let's go ahead and try getting to that. Thunder, Ice, Bomb, Fire. They're all weak to ice attacks, so why don't we have Natalie cast her Ice Storm? To wind. So why don't we have him cast... actually, let's have him cast an Airstrike. We have the Airstrike set to be really strong right now, so I think they'll be the most useful here. Why did I go for that attack? Out of all the attacks I could have done, I went for that one. Matter. Alright, let's get a barrier ready. Which might have been a good thing to do, considering what he just did. Let's purify that, because I don't want anything getting in the way of my plan here. Big stuff is about to happen, and I'd just like to be ready for it. It happened again. Even though I had just used a Purify spell, so that was kind of wasteful. Alright, let's hurry up and take this guy out. That's quite a bulky foe. Might take some effort to take down, provided he's as tough as he looks. I would highly recommend making sure your defenses are as high as possible here. Because do not take these golem enemies for full. Look at that. Ducking to avoid the attack, well played. Hello. Yeah, you can tell just by looking at that, yeah. These guys deal some heavy damage. So you'll really want to keep your guard up high here. And Matt's already about to die again. Except I would like to probably get another defense up. Yeah, we're not surviving this. I mean, we might if we plan our attacks accordingly. Alright, Natalie, you cast another revive on Matt. I'll have Lance cast... Actually, let's try a bit of a risky move here. There are a variety of abilities that we have not used here. One is Annihilate, which is a limit break that has the high chance of instant death to all foes. If this works, we could insta-kill these enemies immediately, which insta-killed one of them. Alright, I don't think we even scanned them yet. Hang on, let me quick scan these guys. The Light Golem, Carthan Knight, gets weaker as it takes damage and loses limbs. Lots of weaknesses, but yeah, as you have clearly seen, they're very strong. Meaning that caution is advised. Yeah, as you've just seen, I had to use a limit break, and I might have to use more as we continue the fight. I believe your best chances of defeating these guys are to... No, I didn't want to have Matt defend this turn. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. But I think, like, with how this works is I think, like, as you, like, combo in and stuff, it... What was that? You guys saw that, right? At some point, I think I'm gonna need to, do a few things. Most importantly, let's try and take this guy down. Let's try and focus towards some magic weakening, so then we can get some stronger spells here used on him. Specifically, that and then an ice spell. Come on. We're gonna take out this guy's limbs at some... Why did those rocks aim for someone else? Okay. That's gonna start to get... Okay, centered. Chance of dispelling targets. That might be useful. If it has a slight chance of dispelling them, we're gonna need all the usefulness we can get. Luckily, the more damage it takes, the weaker it gets. So our best chance of beating it here is just casting a bunch of different attacks on it. So I'm gonna focus all out on magic attacks here, seeing how it doesn't really have much of any buffs for that. There goes his shield. It should be easier to... Yeah, we already took him out. Yeah, as you've seen, that it was guarding a rock, really. But yeah, there's a variety of combinations for opening these doors. So yeah, we can freely take the time to figure them all out as we go. We'll see how it goes, but it's going to become a higher importance here to really focus on upgrading your stats as you go. Because you're going to need stronger and stronger abilities as you play. So let's upgrade Screamer and Fright. Along with maybe getting Dispel up Natalie. How is Natalie doing? Let's focus on finishing maxing out Barrier for Natalie. Lance is doing well. Airstrike is actually maxed out at the moment. So let's focus on some better abilities now. So maybe max out Med Pack, upgrade Oblivion, and upgrade the Antimatter. What else could I upgrade here? I guess also the Plasma Cross. No, the Shockwave, actually. That's a much better option. And why don't we upgrade the Poison Gas for last? Alright. Now let's see what this wave over here has in store for us. Actually not yet. I want to take some time to regenerate some health. As well as the fact that... I forgot what I was wanting to do. I was wanting to do some... Oh yeah, I was wanting to go back and stock up on some coffee. Because we're clearly going to be wanting some more coffee as we go. I just want to make sure we have a reasonable amount of healing items. Because we are going to need it. So let's have up to about, with how tough some of our future battles are going to be, let's have up to about 30 coffees. And then while we're here, we might as well sleep at the inn. Alright. With that, we return once more to continue trying to get into the ruins. We're already 10 minutes into the video, and we haven't even gotten into the ruins yet. Well, we did a little bit, but we're gonna have to go through just a few more enemies here before we can actually get in. So let's start by casting some airstrikes on these enemies here. Okay, not bad. Let's go ahead and cast... Actually, why don't we cast... Seiken on the Dark Clay to get him out of the way. And then to top it off... Okay, not much I can do there. So why don't we cast a Pulse on the other Clayman, so we can take him down. Alright, now let's focus this turn towards getting our... Hey, Ethan. Okay. Think I might know who he is. Though I don't pay a whole lot of attention to who all I play with. That actually did some pretty good damage. So why don't we use one more of those just to get past this wave. And I might regret that, seeing how we've got a bunch of tough enemies here, including that thing. Alright, at least I've upgraded Screamer, so that thing has more power. And then why don't we focus this turn towards using a Pulsar, so we can deal with some of the bird, and of course it misses the Mage Bird. The one thing I really... Also, this thing didn't die. Really? Alright, well at least now it's Lance's turn to cast a airstrike. So cat... Things are really not going as planned as much as I wanted it to. Why don't we just use a Star Shower, since I don't know what element to go with right now, just to finish off that one enemy. Oh, that's stupid. 2 of my players get stunned. Alright, well let's cast... Let's cast a Fright on you. That takes them down. And we're almost there. Cast Airstrike on you. And finish this one off with some poison attacks. I said finish him off with poison attacks. And with that, this way into the temple should be open now. Okay, so we're gonna need to figure out here the best combination that will keep not only this door open, but also create an opening for us to advance forward here. Here we go. We have access to quite a few chests here. Flower, silver shield, large and solid shield. Forgot what item were the shields registered as? Were they miscellaneous or are they key? Okay, they're key items. So do I have enough to do any quests? Okay, I have enough for this guy, as well as enough for these two guys here. Alright, what do you have to say? I think I've figured out the history behind this place. In prehistoric times, an alien monolith was uncovered by a race of no-legged cats. This monolith triggered a change in their DNA, causing them to gain intelligence rapidly, using tools and building societies. All the evidence is right here. See how their bones lie scattered around those big stone slabs? They worshipped them and their genes began to evolve. I think the monoliths in this place just vaporized anything that touched them. Yeah, on the subject of that, I would like to save again for this upcoming fight. Because how are our stats looking? Okay, we're at full health and full mana. And we're gonna need it for this fight here. Let's get some stuff ready. Because we're in for a big fight now, coming up. So first things first, let's take out that support clay. Just to make sure they're not in the way. Next, I'll have Lance cast more airstrikes. And why don't I go for a second on that one? And then Natalie cast a Star Shower. Alright, prepare yourself for what's about to come up. Because we're in for something big right now. Okay, I guess not yet. Next turn, we'll be in for something big. Alright, why don't we go for the ice one? Shouldn't need a very strong attack to finish that one off. I want to get rid of that Doom effect, and then have Natalie cast Heal More on the rest. And oh, I don't know if I want to do this yet, though. Nah, let's do it. There it is, and of course, it immediately has that. Oh boy! I once knew a guy with golden hair who shot beams like that. It was rather nasty. And of course I know exactly what they're talking about. Oh boy. We're in for something big here. I would highly recommend using limit breaks here. Because similar to the Viking monoliths in the other area, these guys are tough. And I mean as in really tough. So let's go ahead and whip out Oblivion for these guys. Achievement unlocked Savage. Ooh, okay. Then why don't we finish off this turn with an Iceberg? Because if I remember correctly, these enemies are weak to ice attacks. Also, I believe, yeah, this ancient monolith is highly support-based. So let's go ahead and give it a scan. Achievement unlocked Beast Hunter. Ooh. The Ancient Monolith, type unmovable stone, uses extremely powerful attacks and buffs. Dispels your buffs. Yeah, so it's really... it's pretty strong. Elemental weakness, water, ice, and bomb. So high importance to use ice and bomb attacks on this thing. Alright, finish it off with an airstrike lance. Okay, it wasn't quite enough to finish it off, though some ice attacks should finish it off. Okay, yeah, high importance you take those guys out, because they will destroy you if you don't take them out quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna need to remember the pattern here that was... Okay, let's start with... Okay, that wasn't entirely my plan. It did give us... Ooh, Heaven's Gate. That's, Matt's most iconic sword. I wouldn't recommend, I still think the, Rune Blade is more useful. Okay, no, we tried that combination already. Alright, so I'm just gonna turn these levers individually to see what they do. Did we try out this combo yet? Ethan's playing a lot of games right now. I think I remember who Ethan is. Yeah, I do. Oh no, another one. Just when we thought we only had to deal with one. Ooh, the Thundercore electric gun. Okay, we don't need that right now. We have enough to go back and do some quests now. Also, I think we can always return these to their pedestal. Yeah, we can. Except I don't want to do that at the moment. Right now, I would like to once again save my progress because we've got another ancient monolith to deal with here. And seeing how we already used up Natalie's Kuhn limit break, we're gonna really want to be properly prepared here. So why don't we prepare a multi-fire spell, and prepare a wind slash to... Of course that always does nothing. This is not a good time to be getting poisoned by everything. Because if we're going up against an ancient monolith after this, I get the feeling we're not going to be ready. We are really not ready for this. I'll get a barrier up, and then have Matt focus a turn towards having us eat a pineapple. But we were so not ready for this. I'll put this up in the hopes that we might stand a fighting chance. Okay, we somehow barely survived all of that. But, like, only barely. And even then, yeah, you can tell we took way too much damage. I can unleash a limit break. Okay, this thing has resistance to death, so because of that, Annihilate is useless on these guys. Why don't we try out Ragnarok on these guys? Check out my sword collection. Yeah, because we never got the chance to show off Ragnarok yet. Heck, must be hacking or something. Oh dear. We are in a tough situation because should these monoliths hit us with another spell, which I know for a fact it's every 3 turns that they do this. last thing we want is a powerful like that buffing a spell. We got to dispel it, right? Yeah, it'll be high priority that we dispel them quickly. First, let me take out that healer. Yeah, despite these monoliths and how they seem, they can, of course, do stuff like that. Okay. Dispel them. We need to get rid of those buffs. Yeah, especially bosses. Alright, now. And they heal a ton. Let's get the magic attacks, magic barriers back up. Maybe get rid of that poison as well. That poison is starting to annoy me a little bit, so cast a med pack on myself, and maybe I'll just have Matt guard for this turn. So I know for a fact it's every 3 turns that they do that. Alright, so now's our chance to attack them again. Alright, so hit them with our strongest attacks. That's all I really got in terms of trying to beat these guys. Is just keep attacking them until they go down. Alright, hit him with an Oblivion. Will that do it? Oh, that did nothing. Pretty sure that I could have dealt more damage using an airstrike. Yeah, and that's the annoying thing about this fight, is that they keep healing as well. Alright, dispel. Maybe, is there a way I can... Let's try siphoning. I don't think these guys... Oh no, these guys are resistant to siphoning. Forget it. But we gotta continue and try taking these guys down. Despite how powerful their attacks are. Because... That's a problem. Yeah, I knew I should have gotten rid of those issues at some point. Also, we're beginning to run low on MP. Alright, one of them's close to getting taken down, so... I say that right as they heal. Yeah, this is the problem with these enemies. They keep healing, they have all these buffs, and it's like, all I can really do is try to save up my... buffs towards an opportunity that we could take them out quickly. But it's like that opportunity never seems to come in because they just keep healing. And now I need to start focusing some turns towards doing some stuff here. Beginning to question if we were truly ready to face these guys, because I've got to take a turn to dispel them, unless I want them wrecking me. And then let's get another MP heal on Natalie. Okay, no, we're going down. Yeah, okay, we weren't ready for this. Luckily, I think this is an optional fight, since it's not blocking any chests, nor is it doing anything else. So I think it's safe to say that we're not fighting that. That fight is totally optional. And I prefer we not fight any monoliths at that. It's even worse with the fact that we have to fight 2 monoliths at the same time. So I'm not exactly happy about that. Anyway, what quests can I work on at the moment? I can work on someone back at the village, that guy as well as... Okay. So I'm gonna... Wait, let me double check this again. Okay, I think I know what I need to do there. Another thing I think I'd like to check on is I know that at some point, the barrier for the metal barrier over here should be open eventually. Alright, so I believe you have something for me, right? Yeah, the Genji armor. That's the stuff. Well, here's the armor you wanted. Good luck on your travels. I think you kids will do quite well. And you... Just what I was looking for. Now I will teach you a sacred spell of protection. Anyone can learn this skill, Asgardian, as well as the Pope dress. That spell will raise your defense, magic defense, and a bit of evade too. Useful for getting buffs back up on a newly revived ally. In terms of actual skills, I usually like focusing this skill towards Lance, since he's the only one that doesn't have any defense buffing skills. So this is useful for when you need to revive party members that, like, recently died. So I'll be focusing a good amount of time towards getting that up. Let's see, what else could we revive at this time? Or bring up? I guess we can increase the effects of heal more. As well as bless, as well as heal. Got not a whole lot at the moment, although considering what we went up against beforehand, it might be a good idea that we upgrade maybe Ragnarok. Now let's upgrade Cleaver, and should I choose to go up against those guys again, I'll maybe think about upgrading something else. I've got some ideas. Oh, that's right, we gotta get an upgrade from them as well. Along with that guy, who's back over there? Oh yeah, the metal thing. I want to see if we... Oh yes, we did pass the threshold. Okay, a few buffs. Red Vulcan boosts fire skills. Keeps warm in winter. This place is so pretty. Treasure is pretty. Clearly, what isn't locked is meant to be taken by us. Yeah, if you think... Okay, ninja gear. Nothing. Sword breaker lowers target's attack. That might be useful in some cases. Not really here. Like always, I'm gonna quick save progress, because I believe for this chest, we have a bit of a fight we need to traverse. I'm just gonna go around it for now to see. Okay, missile. Yeah, always useful to just go around these fights and then try them out later. Alright, burn these guys down. What are they hiding? Actually, I shouldn't figure that out just yet. I should take a turn towards getting our defenses up. Because as the desert is clearly shown, there'll be a high importance that we get our defenses and stuff up. Seeing how we're going with enemies that freeze us, let's get our money up. Come on now. Let's... Ow. Good thing we're reasonably high leveled. Good thing these Viking monoliths are not support based. Otherwise they would be totally wrecking us right now. I do not have the best abilities for this, so my best option right now would be just to keep Natalie focused towards support. That is our best option right now. They do have a lot of attack buffs, though, so that's definitely really dangerous. One hit. Way to go, Lance. Alright, up next, we've got the wrong way, that's what. What I want to do now is I want to head towards wherever that guy is. That is the quest that requires the flowers, which I think is somewhere back in the forest. Mainly from memory. So I'll do some looking around in the forest. Because I was sure that he was here. Like, no, I don't want to be Siri. He was somewhere like... Alright, let me do some looking around, just to be sure. So I thought for sure he was somewhere here. I could be wrong, though. And if so, then yeah, I might have taken a wrong turn here. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing him anywhere. He's probably back at the village. Alright, if that's the case and he's back at the village, then where exactly is he then? Must be in the village somewhere. Oh, I think he's... Yeah, I remember where he is now. He wanted some flowers for these gravestones. It's this guy right here. Yeah, okay. Achievement unlocked, tasker. Much appreciated. Maybe my comrades can finally rest in peace. I must train harder. A giant slime shall never insult me like this again, no matter what color it is. Getting my hands on quite a few medals. Pretty neat. Our bestiary's filled up quite a bit as well, hasn't it? Alright, so that just leaves... I still need a battery for him, some items for this guy, which... Actually, I think that's something I could easily buy from the material shop, so why don't we do that? Yeah, the green potion. Because now we can easily help that guy out. Okay, titanium is a pretty expensive item, and I think there is a place where we can get our hands on that. So I don't think we'll need to worry about that anytime soon. I need to remember where this guy's at. I think he was at the inn. Yeah, he was. Thanks, man, you're a lifesaver. Won't be needing this stuff anymore. Got a spear. Make sure to save your game somewhere else than in the autosave slot every once in a while. Yeah, or save often, which is something I'd highly recommend. Okay, that being said, we have a few missions we can work towards now. We have just 2 doors left open. Let's see here. Here you go. Should look out on you. Don't be a coward. Find your drill. Okay, I still need the titanium. I used those materials to build a drill. It turned out kind of small, though. That's fine. Anyway, this next area, I believe, just requires a zigzag setup with the levers. We never got to fight this enemy yet here. So why don't we go ahead and do that. Walk without rhythm to confuse this worm. Oh, we have gone up against the... Oh no, that's the dark... Oh, that must be on both sides. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna get a skin on... I didn't want to do that. Alright, might as well fight at this point. I didn't want to fight, but now that I'm gonna be having to use more turns, I'm left with no choice but to fight. Matt is getting wrecked right now. He is already on the verge of death. Alright, I wanted to scan the sandworm. Okay. Alright. Let's flee. I got what I wanted. I don't want to fight that thing right now. Alright, I want to go zigzag on these levers. so I can get these doors open. Because now that I have these doors open, also you can get a nice view of the boss and the teleportation crystal from here. Not quite there yet, but we will get there in due time. Along with there being some treasure chests back here. Let's see here. Let's save progress here. And see, how many waves is this enemy here? A lot. I'm gonna fight it anyway, just in case of the possibility that it has what I need. Okay, Dark Bomb and Ice. I'm gonna focus my attacks all out on that Light Golem, because the side damage should take out the other enemies, so I shouldn't need to worry much about them. It's mainly gonna come down to me taking the time to do other stuff. Now, as long as those keep coming in, we'll keep dealing massive damage. So let's cast that on the Light Golem so we can get some large damage in. I'm gonna be heavily poisoned in a moment here, so why don't we, for this turn, have Natalie cast Purify, then have Lance cast another Airstrike on, let's cast the Airstrike on this one in case of the possibility that, okay, not very strong, but still had it played its usefulness. Whip out another Pineapple for widespread healing. Because we need to heal, and Natalie's turn has already been used up. Alright, only a few more turns. This thing should be losing... Okay, there we go. Why don't we cast the Regen Bunny this turn? That could be useful. And use this turn to prepare a protection spell. And then why don't we have... I'm still gonna have Lance finish it off. Because I'd like Natalie to be ready for whatever's next. And that's a lot of stuff going on right there. So seeing all of that, why don't we just go all out on the pulsars? Alright, so I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Matt cast Screamer. And then we'll have Lance cast the Airstrike on one of the golems. And then have Natalie unleash a Pulsar. We keep doing this, we'll be able to take them out quickly. With the Regen Bunny in effect, we shouldn't have to worry about much. So let's just keep this widespread damage going. And we should eventually have them all down. Except we are running a bit low on MP. That is the one thing to worry about here. Alright, will this be enough? Was enough to take one of them out. How is that thing's guard not down yet? Oh dear. Almost everyone is out of MP. Except Natalie, who had more than enough to finish that guy off. And it was a good thing I took it down because it was guarding some treasure, unlike this enemy over here where I am not in the mood to fight them right now. leaves only one orb left, and I believe we just have to reverse the current order we have the levers in. Alright, and with that... Alright, let's see here. Meow, 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 meow. He's saying that he came to marvel the lost city of his ancestors and would like us to find some souvenirs for him, since he has no legs and can't do anything himself. Okay, now are these items key items, or are they simple miscellaneous items that we could easily... It is miscellaneous items that we could easily get our hands on regularly. So I'm not sure if we're supposed to get these from the enemies, or what. Right now, okay, we can get the last orb from that, meaning that we can at any time now take on the boss. So that being said, I'd first like to activate this crystal here, because, yeah, as you activate new crystals, they get a nice new color. This one now has a nice shiny brown. I think I'll be saving the boss for the next episode, though. So we already did a lot of fighting today. And what do you have to say? These ruins are fascinating. Could cats really build all of this stuff without modern technology? Anyway, there's been a lot of undead attacking me around here. Want to help me fight them? Talk to me when you're ready. Okay. First off, let me deal with this wave of enemies here, because they are kind of in my way at the moment. Alright, and then let's take them out with... Let's go with a pulsar. So there's a lot of holy enemies on the field right now, and of course they missed some of them. Come on. Let's aim for the light clay. I want to aim for the holy ones to prevent them from doing anything dangerous. Okay, that may be a bit of a problem. Why don't we cast Med Pack to counter that? Have Matt cast that on the Holy Eye to take them out, and then have Natalie cast Judgment to fin... Come on! I had this whole setup and everything, and they ruin it. Fine. Fine, we'll just finish you off with an airstrike. Not even that was enough to take him out? Okay, why don't we... Alright, I'm gonna use Matt's, Seiken skill. That should finish him off. Oh, that's all we got left? Just bees? I can easily wipe these guys out with thunder attacks. See, did I ever use Plasma Cross yet? I'd kind of like to show a bit more of what that's like. I didn't even take any of them out yet. And then Lance gets siphoned. All in one spell. Now I view Richie. I think that's a medal for saving up a certain amount of gold. Let's see, where is that medal? Here it is. Yep, save up a bunch of gold. How much do we have left to go? Oh boy. Yeah, we still have to do the 4th minigame. Still roughly 5 mystery achievements. I know what these two are for. Piece of equipment. Player up to level 30. Alright. Okay, so still a lot left for us to do. Nonetheless, we've got our hands on one more thing here. And before I show you guys what that minigame is about... Oh wait, do you have something new to say? Looks like something is to be... Oh no, you still say the same stuff. I was wondering if maybe by opening the door something interesting would happen. But I'm just gonna go buy those statues to make this easier. because I'm not in the mood to go looking for any of those right now. Let's see, what else could I potentially buy? I can buy this, the titanium. A bit pricey, but I am not in the mood to go looking for that right now. And I think the batteries are... yeah, the batteries are key items, so I need to actually take the time to find that. Other than that, though, we're doing a good job on the quests. Alright, with that, there you go. Ooh, the Terra Drill. That's a useful ability. Looks like we got Fighting Spirit. Matt or Lance can learn the Terra Drill. This will be a useful ability in the future, and has a variety of purposes. You'll eventually figure it out. Alright, so what all to upgrade here? Let's upgrade some of this, some of that. Maybe a level... start leveling that up. As well as maybe level that up. Now, what can I level up here? I gotta start thinking carefully about what's most worth leveling up. Because we're about to get into some tough fights. Seeing how I like using Pulsar a lot, why don't we get an upgrade for that? Maybe also upgrade the Regen Bunny. Now there's not a whole lot of stuff left to upgrade, so why don't we upgrade Natalie's regular attack some, just because we can. And I use Screamer a lot, so let's keep upgrading. We max out Screamer. And then here we upgrade Temper, since that buffs attack. Dun, 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 dun. Really like the music here. Meow. Ooh, those are some good abilities, and I think that now gives us enough to complete this last quest, leaving only 4 quests left in the game. And we almost have all the remaining chests are right behind that boss, so all we have to do is get the remaining chests there. So I believe it was you that... ooh, Power Metal, yes! Brutal, dude. Just ramp this switch up to 12 and you're all set to kill stuff with noise. Matt or Lance can learn the skill Power Metal. Okay. Now I just used up all my skill points, so I don't think I can learn this right now, but Power Metal... you guys probably remember that one from the first game, so... we'll get to that eventually, but that'll be another useful late game skill. That being said, all that's left to do now here is the boss. Some fights that I chose to skip, which I think I'm either going to save those for offline or something else, because I don't want to do them right now. Anyway, yep, talk to me when you're ready. I'm going to save my progress here. Because Ruin Raider, so this is, I believe, the same game we played back in, Epic Battle Fantasy 2, where we just have to take these guys out, collect their treasure when... except unlike before where there was like a health system and everything, now it's like you have to focus towards, instead of there being a health system, instead you get stunned if you get hit. And for some of these medals, you have to get some ridiculously high scores. And for one of them, requires like a stupidly high score in this minigame. And it's like brutally high to where like you have to be really good at this game. To where, like, you have to be really careful, like what I'm doing right now, to even, like, stand a fighting chance. Even that, like, you'll need to have a run where you don't get hit at all, Otherwise, like, you stand no chance of getting the medal for this. And trust me, you're gonna need as much as you can get. No, I didn't... I wanted to jump, not that. I swore I attacked. But yeah, this is one I remember my first time doing. Like, to get the medal required an insane amount of trial and error. Like, to where I've had to do a lot better than what I'm doing now. So, like, this is one of those medals where it's like, I'm good, but you look at that, 200 points in the 4th minute. Actually, my last score there wasn't half bad. So I'm sure it's totally possible if I just take the time here to do this. Ow, The problem is that, like, the moment you take out some, another group immediately spawns in. And unlike before, where there was, like, a health system and everything, here it's like, you just have to be good at taking them down. And if you're not good at taking them down, like, you stand no chance of winning here. Although this run hasn't been half bad so far. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, I'm so close. Got it! Okay, I actually did not expect to get it that quickly. I remember my first time trying to go for this medal, it took an insane number of attempts, like, to the point that it was rage-inducing. And you may see some of that in the 5th minigame, the 5th and final minigame. You'll see it for sure. But there are some rage-inducing minigames out there. And only, I'm pretty sure, 4 quests left in the game to beat now. And I believe it's all in this final area after we beat this boss. So, that being said, let's take the time real quickly here to just look through and maybe also take the time to upgrade some stuff. Because in terms of what we have, I'm going to want to be mindful of what stuff I can upgrade here. I'd like to keep Natalie with the high defense staff. And I do like this gun. Let's have the soldier helmet upgraded. What is the Genji helmet like? Powerful samurai helmet. Doesn't specialize a lot in defense though. And then for what I currently have equipped for Natalie, there's a lot of stuff I can upgrade. Mainly, let's what stuff will be the most useful in terms of resistance? That's the first and most important thing here, is thinking about what this thing is capable of, and knowing what kind of upgrades I can get. I know I'll want to max out this thing's level for when I get to the final area, because we're going to be going up against some tough stuff up ahead. So let's go ahead and finish maxing out the leather armor. The leather armor I've always found to be the most useful armor in the game, just because of the fact that it's balanced in terms of its resistances. As for the one that Lance has equipped, we do not have enough rand chips for that, unfortunately. So let's think here. If I do some upgrading on some of these, I have enough to max that out. I have enough to max that out, but not that. Flame skirt, I don't think I want to upgrade that. So, let's see here. Oh, randomly summon Slime Bunny when I get that thing's level maxed out. In terms of resistances, I think we are going to be wanting a lot of resistances here coming up in this next boss, so I believe it's best we currently keep Natalie's current gear. That being said, I believe we are about ready for the boss. Although there are some more things we can upgrade, I'd say it's not that important at the moment. That being said, let's take a bit of a moment to walk around. And considering the amount of medals we've obtained, we're up to 40 medals. Do I have enough to access that one area yet? I do. Alright, I'm quick checking this place out. Looks like archaeologists missed this place. Kind of feels bad stealing from an ancient tomb, but this stuff might be useful. You've changed. Okay, the skull hair clip. More buff ability. Hang on, did the... Uh-oh. Did the recording just stop for a moment? I can't tell. Okay, well, that answers that question. I'll have to take a look at the recording because it's like, it looked for a moment like I just had a problem with OBS. I'll have to take a look at that offline. Anyway, I am just gonna flee from this for now because I have no interest in fighting whatever that was. Again, just destroy or poisons all foes. Very easy to just flee from these guys. Oh yeah, I think one of the abilities you get is like ability to... Not interested in fighting any of these guys. Nope. No interest right now. If I'm doing any sort of grinding or fighting, it's gonna be offline. Also, what's the point of having enemy encounters here when you can just go in and out from the outside like that? The only one that's really mandatory is the fight against these two worms, and right now, I am not interested in them. That being said, this video is now over an hour long, so I'm gonna go ahead now and take the time to end this episode. So, I'm definitely gonna double check the recording to make sure there were no problems. Next time on Epic Battle Fantasy 3, we will be taking on whatever that boss was. We'll see how it goes. I believe at this point, I don't think there'll be any more metal gates. I think there's only one metal gate left, and I believe it's only unlocked once, I think, like, after you get every medal in the game, which includes, like, beating the game and stuff. As you can see, like, beat the game on epic difficulty. So, pretty much, all that's really left for us to do now is just, beat this boss, and then there'll be only one area left. So that being said, thanks for watching, and as always, if you enjoyed this episode and wish to see more of my content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay notified of future uploads. And until next time, this is the Gamer of Gamers, and stay excellent, everyone.